Next time you play your guitar, do me a favor and look down and see where your volume and tone knobs are set at. If you're anything like me when I was growing up, I thought everything had to be on 10. I think that was the only way to play the guitar. And as I've gotten older and I've played more in bands or written more songs and recorded more songs, the more I realized the value of a volume and tone knob. And all the greats know this, right? They know how to kind of manipulate their tone in context of a live setting or in a recording. And that's so important. The idea is to think about your guitar and your instrument, how it fits in the overall mix, instead of, hey, look at me, I'm the guitar player and here's my guitar parts. So in this micro lesson, I wanted to show you some ways that you can control your tone on the guitar. Let's grab a guitar and we'll get started. So besides the obvious tone knob, which is something that no one ever really touches as a guitar player, we can also affect the tone or the EQ qualities of our notes where we choose to play them on the guitar neck. So listen to this. Compared to, we can hear that the lower strings, because they're thicker, have a warmer sound to them, right? So choosing where you play your notes can really help you fit into a band context or even the song that you're playing into the mix overall by choosing exactly where you're placing your notes on the guitar neck. And of course, also where we choose to pick the notes matter as well, up and down this length of the string. If I'm closer to the neck instead of farther back, we can hear that has a brighter sound, especially depending on which pickup you're on. And also, how hard you pick your notes also will have a dramatic effect on the tone itself. There I just dug in a little bit deeper in the pick compared to I was really holding the pick lighter when I was plucking that part out. So those are some of the ways that we can play with the EQ sound of our notes on the guitar. We can also consider what part of the pick that we use. If I use more of the butt end of the pick, it sounds different compared to the pointy end of the pick. It might be hard for this camera mic to pick this up, but these are things I just want you to kind of experiment with when you're on your own. Just start flipping your pick around. And also, choosing your fingers in certain notes really will help too. So there, I picked, I hammered on, and then I plucked up with my middle finger. There I'm doing a combination of the pick and the pluck. You can also try ditching the pick altogether. And you heard, plucking up brings out a brighter sound than if I were to play it flat. And you can see, even in these simple little phrases that I'm doing, each note stands out in its own unique way tone-wise, and that's again based mainly on how I'm picking the note on the guitar. So the bigger takeaway than obviously using your tone knob and your pickup selection and where you place your licks on the guitar neck is think like a producer. When you're listening to yourself play, especially in a band or a song context, think about where your note choices are on the guitar neck and think about your overall tone and how it's sitting in the mix. And be critical of that. Sometimes you might need to record yourself to listen back and say, oh wow, that part's really sticking out. And it also could mean not just your tone, but you need to maybe drop your volume down on your guitar for something to sit in the mix better. So just again, the big takeaway is try to think more like a producer when you're playing guitar and not so much like a guitarist.